and strength. It's about keeping your dignity, not about responding to every insult. By selecting connections that uplift your soul, it's never simple to leave a harmful relationship. Yet, it's an essential step in maintaining your emotional well-being and sense of self-worth. The Stoic method instructs us to ignore negative influences and concentrate on the things within our control, our own ideas and behaviors, which will enable us to find the courage to leave circumstances that disregard our worth. Keep in mind, a spouse that really cares for and values you would always highlight your talents rather than making you feel less than or undeserving, and aid in your development as you manage your relationships while keeping the Stoic teachings in mind that lead you to a life of inner strength and tranquility. Do not let anyone's unfavorable opinion to determine your value, and look for partnerships based on respect for one another. With sincere gratitude, this is a lesson in life philosophy as well as love, that, by appreciating oneself, may change the way you engage with the world. When expecting the same respect from others, you foster a fulfilling and dignified existence. Therefore, use it as a sign to assess your relationship. If you ever hear the phrase, "I can do better than you," thoughtfully and, if need, bravely decide to depart for your own well-being. Understanding is the first step in achieving a happy and respectful relationship. By putting these Stoic life principles into practice. Conclusion: Stoic life. Lessons. Stoicism. If she tells you these 10 things, leave her right away for your own good. As we wrap up today's When Stoic video, keep in mind the main ideas. For your own safety, you should leave right away if she says any of these 10 things. Don't ignore the warning signs. You deserve a spouse that respects and cherishes you. Take these realizations seriously, since your happiness and mental health come first, and make decisions that result in a better, happier life. What do you think about these warning signs? Have you come across such circumstances? If so, please share your experiences in the comments section below. Please press the bell button, like, and subscribe if you thought this video was useful. Must be informed on other Stoic life lessons. Remain resilient and remain intelligent. For your own sake, leave her right away if she says any of these 10 things. Stoic life lessons. Being tranquil is the pinnacle of self-actualization. This Zen Buddhist quotation strikes a deep chord with today's discussion of When Stoicism. Have you ever been perplexed or offended by anything your spouse says? It's obvious that it's time to put your health first if she says any of these 10 things. Before depart today, we explore the 10 warning signs of disrespect. With gratitude from your significant other, are you prepared to take charge of your life? And make sure you're with someone who really appreciates you. Share your experiences and opinions in the comments section below. If you find this article useful, your ideas could be able to assist others in similar circumstances. To keep informed, please press the bell symbol, like the video, and subscribe. Together, we can unearth the truth and protect your happiness with more Stoic life lessons. One of the first, I don't need a man. When a woman says, I don't need a man, it's a serious warning sign that you shouldn't disregard. Although it can seem to be a proclamation of independence at first, it really indicates a more serious problem. She could not appreciate you or the part you play in any relationship. Feeling loved and respected is a basic need rather than only a desire. According to Marcus Aurelius, this comment suggests that she may not recognize or value your presence, support, or efforts. If you remain in a relationship, the quality of your thinking determines how happy your life will be. You will undoubtedly get unhappy and dissatisfied if you feel undervalued. One essential component of a man's personality is his neediness, which you naturally want to provide. It is necessary to defend and assist your spouse. This is not about encouraging dependency, but about carrying out your end of a mutually beneficial relationship if she explicitly says she doesn't need you. It's obvious that she won't let you do these duties, which makes you feel unnecessary and useless. Your feeling of purpose and self-worth may be undermined by this mismatch. Every person should make an effort to live a purposeful life in accordance with Stoic values and contribute in a wholesome partnership when both partners depend on and encourage one another. Establishing a harmonic and balanced dynamic. Therefore, if she doesn't require you, the balance is skewed against you, and this is bad for your mental health. And mental health. Seneca famously said that we suffer more in our imaginations than in the actual world. The truth is that being undervalued in a relationship will lead to serious misery. Therefore, it's important to recognize this warning sign and have the guts to leave. By doing this, you're not only maintaining your dignity, but also creating space for someone who really appreciates, needs, and values you. This Stoic perspective reminds us that our contentment and well-being rely on choosing carefully who we let into our life. It's not cowardly to leave a relationship if you don't feel appreciated. However, adopting the Stoic life lesson is a courageous step towards self-preservation and genuine pleasure. That emphasizes the value of respect and mutual reliance in partnerships. Knowing what Stoicism is and putting its precepts into practice in your day-to-day activities may help you make better choices that will result in a life that is more balanced and enjoyable. Keep in mind that you deserve a spouse that appreciates your accomplishments and recognizes your importance. Maintaining a positive, mutually beneficial, and healthy connection. Second, my friends are more significant. You should listen carefully if she tells you that her buddies are more important than you. Her priorities are revealed in this remark, and regrettably, you are not at the top of the list. Both parties in a good relationship should put each other first. It's crucial to sustain a relationship while forging a solid and encouraging connection. When your lover consistently prioritizes her friends above you, you should be seen as their main confidant and companion. It demonstrates a lack of regard and dedication to the partnership. Consider if it is worthwhile to continue a relationship. When you always feel like your second best self, a Stoic mentality helps us to see how valuable we are and refuse to take what we are due. Ending a partnership in which you are not respected is a brave and self-respecting act that is vital to your happiness and well-being. Do you agree with this viewpoint? If so, please comment. I do. We may connect with like-minded individuals since a satisfying connection is based on mutual respect. If she is unwilling to put you first, then love and reciprocal priority of each other's needs are lacking. Then you should respect yourself enough to leave and find someone who is prepared to do it. Go locate a spouse who really appreciates and prioritizes you in order to secure your long-term happiness and well-being. You need to change is number 3. It's a clear warning sign when a lady tells you that you need to change. It ought to cause you to reevaluate the nature of your partnership, since this comment suggests that she is not desirous to change you into her ideal self, rather than embracing you for who you are. This is not at all healthy for a wonderful mate. You deserve to be cherished, valued for who you really are, rather than being shaped into someone else's ideal. Know yourself first, as the great Stoic philosopher Tita once remarked, and then dress appropriately if she requests that you change all the time. It's an indication that she's using a false persona rather than being really in love with you. This rejection damages your uniqueness and may have a significant negative impact on your self-esteem. Think about who you are, your personality, your talents, and even your weaknesses. A true lover will accept all of these facets of you and value you for who you are. When she demands that you change, you are not what they want you to be. It might make you feel inadequate, since it's like saying you're not good enough the way you are, and undermine your sense of value. Everyone deserves a companion who will love them without conditions and cherishes who they really are. To apply this to a contemporary situation, consider a coworker who constantly attempts to alter your approach to things. At first, you could attempt to adjust. However, this continual pressure to adapt might eventually wear you out and cause you to doubt your skills. Likewise, persistent requests for change in a relationship may undermine your self-esteem and confidence. Why continue being in a relationship when you are not valued for who you really are? Consider what it might be like to be in a relationship where you are respected for who you are. Being with someone who appreciates and sees the true you is more satisfying, isn't it? These are crucial inquiries that may assist you in evaluating the state of your partnership. The Stoic method encourages us to value ourselves and not accept anything less. According to Marcus Aurelius, the soul's hue is influenced by its ideas. Self-doubt will unavoidably consume you if you let someone continuously criticize and pressure you to modify your mind. Today, embrace the knowledge of Stoicism by realizing that you deserve to be accepted completely by someone. It takes guts and self-preservation to leave a relationship when you are not appreciated for who you are. It is necessary for your general well-being and mental enjoyment. Keep in mind that your happiness and self-worth are too important to be sacrificed. Look for a companion that supports your quest for self-improvement and loves you for who you really are, without attempting to alter who you are at your core. Today, you'll discover a partnership that is really satisfying and consistent with Stoic ideals. I'm not ready for a relationship is the fourth statement. If she says, I'm not ready for a relationship, it's a clear sign that the statement, she's not willing to commit, is more than a passing comment. It indicates that your relationship objectives are fundamentally out of sync, either because they don't see a future with you, have other priorities, or have unresolved emotional difficulties. Her comment makes it quite evident that she lacks the motivation and commitment to put in the work. Marcus Aurelius once said that in order to have a meaningful connection, your level of happiness in life is determined by how well you think when you are in a relationship. Who is not prepared? You are squandering time and putting yourself in a dangerous situation. Think about the qualities you really desire in a mate. You deserve someone who is equally. When she claims that she isn't ready, you are just as eager and dedicated to the relationship as she is. She is waiting for her to change and is not really committed to you or the relationship. Her thinking is pointless since mutual preparedness is necessary for a relationship to succeed. To support one another, share lives, and develop together if she isn't ready. Think about this. Do you want to be with someone? She won't provide you the security and commitment you need. Who wouldn't be willing to work as hard as you do? If so, please remark. If not, kindly note Seneca's remark. The poor guy is not the one who has too little, but rather the one who yearns for more. When it comes to partnerships, wanting a more committed connection from an unprepared can only result in discontent, since we often have to balance. Many obligations and diversions make it simple to miss relationship warning signs. However, it's crucial for your health to recognize and respond to these indicators. It's important to respect yourself enough to leave if she isn't ready to commit. You deserve a partner that respects you and is excited to work with you to create a future. Your enjoyment and peace of mind are both hampered while you wait for someone to be ready. Therefore, pay close attention and take her statement that she isn't ready for a relationship seriously. Don't accept someone who isn't prepared to show you respect by looking for someone else. This strategy not only protects your happiness, but also asks who is willing to invest in a common future, but also adheres to the Stoic ideals of self-respect and meaningful existence. The fifth statement is, you don't make enough money. When she informs you that your income is insufficient, it's a clear warning sign that shouldn't be disregarded. This phrase indicates that she places a higher emphasis on worldly fortune than on your moral fiber and life's work. In relationship, she isn't seeing the true you because she is just interested in your wealth. However, rather than evaluating you just based on your financial situation, this implies that she may be more interested in what you may give more materially than with your character. Seneca famously said that a man is impoverished if he desires more than if he has too little. This need for more may show itself in destructive ways in a relationship, such as prioritizing money above deep connections. Consider it. You put in a lot of effort. You deserve to be appreciated for more than just your salary, since you work hard to achieve your best. A lady is effectively linking your value to your income when she tells you that you don't earn enough. It may cause you to feel unworthy and inadequate. Instead, you need a partner who values your work, your principles, and personal qualities that make you who you are and last much longer than any monetary UPS or Downs money, which is ephemeral. However, if she's obsessed with your money, the traits that make you a decent guy will endure. She is lacking the core of your actual value. Think about how you would feel if you had your whole worth. Wouldn't it compromise a relationship when the basis was your financial situation, mutual respect and support, which should be the cornerstones of every good partnership? A lady will not value the more profound facets of your personality if she can just see your money account and contributions. Today's Stoicism teaches us the virtue of acknowledging our inherent worth and avoiding letting outside influences determine our sense of value in today's world, when it's simple to get enmeshed in the competition seeking financial gain. But genuine Stoic contentment comes from inside and from being respected for who we are. When we think about this, it's obvious that you deserve someone who notices and values your pleasure and self-worth more than anything else, regardless of costs. Money should never be sacrificed for flimsy ideals. Thus, when she claims that you don't earn enough money, consider it an indication that the partnership has to be reevaluated in order to be genuinely rewarding, is based on love, support, and respect for one another, rather than wealth. It is a sign of self-respect to leave someone who doesn't look beyond your salary. And bravery, look for a mate that accepts you for who you are and is prepared to establish a life based on mutual support and similar ideals. You live a more contented and joyful life when you conform to the Stoic ideals. Keep in mind that your contentment and sense of value are much more valuable than any quantity of money. The sixth one is, I don't trust you. She is giving you a serious warning sign that you cannot ignore if she says, I don't trust you. Any successful connection must be built on trust, because without it, there would be no firm base upon which to develop. She's always questioning you when she shows a lack of trust. It may result in ongoing suspicion, charges, and disputes. You'll have to always tread carefully in an effort to maintain your integrity. This, as legendary professors once said, is not good for you or the relationship. Similarly, prosperity is not about having a lot of stuff, but about having few needs. The simplicity of mutual conviction and respect is what builds a richness of trust in a relationship, not extravagant displays. When you think about it, trust is about knowing that your spouse supports and believes in you. The relationship cannot be stable or peaceful if she cannot trust you. You should be given the benefit of the doubt and someone who respects your moral character. If she is always doubting what you say or checking your phone, then it demonstrates a severe lack of respect, and being in a relationship is draining. Where you are always defending yourself against unfounded charges in a world where connections are often, it is more crucial than ever to retain trust when it is put to the test by outside influences and diversions. A companion who is always suspicious and unable to see your actual value can never provide you stability and serenity. You must understand that, as Marcus Aurelius sagely observed, the quality of your life determines how happy you are. Your enjoyment will unavoidably suffer if your thoughts are continuously tainted by suspicion and distrust. Therefore, if she tells you that she doesn't trust you, you should reconsider your relationship. You should have a spouse that cherishes your trust and fully trusts you. Spend less time attempting to convince someone who doesn't believe in you. Move on and find someone who appreciates mutual trust and shares your ideals. This choice ensures that you keep your peace of mind by adhering to the Stoic mentality and attain genuine Stoic joy. I'm too good for you is number 7. It is a clear warning sign that should not be disregarded when a lady tells you over and over again that she is too good for you. This comment displays a harmful attitude of superiority and a deep lack of respect. Such conduct betrays the fundamental idea of respect and appreciation for one another. Hearing that someone is better than you all the time is detrimental to a good relationship, may undermine your sense of self-worth, and lead to an unbalanced power dynamic, making you feel worthless and inferior. With its ageless wisdom, Stoic philosophy encourages us to value ourselves for who we are and refuse to be denigrated by others. Marcus Aurelius was a renowned Stoic philosopher. As the saying goes, the best form of retaliation is to avoid the person who caused the harm. This quotation highlights how crucial it is to preserve our moral character and self-respect. Considering the prevalence of rude conduct in contemporary society, it is much more important to internalize when self-worth is often impacted by external affirmation. The precepts of Stoicism and acknowledge our inherent worth. Having the courage to stand up to someone who constantly diminishes your value is essential. The goal of ending the relationship is to protect your dignity and mental health, not to exact retribution. Respect for oneself should never be sacrificed, nor should one remain in such a poisonous atmosphere. May only undermine your inner tranquility by leaving you to confirm your value, and show that you won't put up with rudeness by applying Stoic life lessons to your everyday activities. May assist you in navigating relationships with clarity and purpose. Your perspective on relationships may change if you comprehend what Stoicism is and how it relates to your own experiences. It teaches you to respect yourself, appreciate your dignity, and know when to take a break. For your own benefit, keep in mind that inner tranquility comes first. And if you ever find yourself in a circumstance where all relationships are worth compromising your self-esteem, pay attention to this Stoic advice and acknowledge your worth when someone keeps telling you that they are too wonderful for you. You possess the bravery to depart for your own psychological health. I'm not over my ex comes in at number 8. A lady should raise a serious red flag for you if she keeps saying that she isn't over her ex. This remark conveys unresolved emotions and mental burdens that may significantly impede the development and harmony of your partnership while practicing Stoicism and living in the now. Furthermore, as the Stoic philosopher Seneca sagely said, not being anchored by the past is a fundamental principle. Start living right now and consider every day to be a distinct existence. She cannot really commit to anything if she is still emotionally attached to her past, the current connection with you, since this involvement may result in needless turmoil. Imagine constructing a home on a precarious foundation, complete with uncertainty and unavoidable pain. In the same way, attempting to maintain a connection with someone will inevitably fail. Those who remain emotionally connected to their history will only end up disappointed. In the modern world, relationships are often hampered by enduring links to past. It's critical for spouses to understand the effects of unresolved emotions. A coworker who begins dating someone new but continuously contrasts their new partner with their former lover might serve as a contemporary example, establishing a poisonous atmosphere that prevents the new connection from succeeding. Many people may relate to this story, since it emphasizes how previous attachments may undermine potential for the future and satisfaction in the present. Your mental health should be your first priority as a Stoic. For unwavering contentment, you deserve a companion who is totally present, dedicated, and prepared to start a future with you. She may require some time to mend if she is still obsessed with her ex, and individually settle her past, urging her to find closure and forward. However, when maintaining a relationship, be aware of your personal needs and limits. When someone is emotionally unavailable, it might deplete your energy and disturb your tranquility. If you were continuously compared to someone from the past, how would it make you feel? These are essential things to consider. Could you ever be completely satisfied in such a situation? Because they enable you to consider the consequences of continuing in a relationship that has unsolved concerns. Answering these questions may encourage conversation and involvement as well, with others in comparable circumstances, assisting them in realizing they are not alone. The 9th is, you should be more like my friend's boyfriend. In every relationship, hearing the statement, you should be more like my friend's boyfriend, is a clear warning sign. Such comparisons have the potential to gradually undermine the basis of respect and trust, leading to feelings of fear and animosity over time. The ideology of Stoicism promotes self-control and individual fortitude, provides deep understanding of this problem. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you." But if a woman compares a lot, it's how you respond to it that counts. It conveys a deep-seated discontent with her friend's guy. With perhaps irrational expectations, this conduct might undermine your self-esteem and confidence, fostering an atmosphere in which you are always evaluated and never feel good enough. Mutual respect and admiration, respecting each partner for their own characteristics, are the foundation of a good relationship. Consider the impact on your mental health instead of how they compare to others. Adopting a Stoic mentality becomes essential if these comparisons drive you to feel inadequate all the time. By keeping your attention on your activities and not letting other people's views influence you. According to the philosopher Marcus Aurelius, you may preserve your mental tranquility and self-respect. Highlighted in his meditations, the significance of self-awareness and self-acceptance. It is a fundamental tenet of Stoicism. Consider how you might really flourish and develop. Is it acceptable to shape yourself into someone else's ideal if you are constantly urged to be someone else? If such comparisons persist, you risk losing your sense of self and enjoyment in the process. It's obvious that she doesn't respect you for who you are or your well-being. Although it can be prudent to think about ending the relationship, this does not imply that love is no longer possible. Yet looking for a relationship where you are loved and respected for who you really are, consider what you are entitled to in a relationship: respect, gratitude, and unwavering love. As Seneca sagely said, "Why accept anything less?" We suffer more frequently in our imaginations than in actual life. Therefore, don't let loneliness to control you. Keep you in a poisonous relationship with someone who really appreciates you over time, because your pleasure and personal development will be greatly enhanced by who you are. Accept the Stoic teachings and decide to put your mental and emotional well-being first. You should have a connection based on respect and appreciation rather than comparisons and irrational expectations. When you go through this, remember the Stoic precept of concentrating on the things you can control, such as your answers, actions, and decisions. The 10th is, "I can do better than you." A woman's statement that "I can do better than you" is more than simply upsetting. It's an obvious act of contempt and a basic disregard for your identity. Given what you contribute to the partnership, such remarks may seriously damage your sense of self and cause you to doubt your value. Stoicism is a philosophy that promotes inner strength and perseverance. Provides insightful information here. As Marcus Aurelius sagely said, recognize that you have control over your thoughts, not external circumstances, and you will discover strength. This implies that while you have no control over what other people say or do, you do have power over how you respond to it. It's critical to identify such negativity as harmful when it occurs. Regular comments that diminish your value are unmistakable signs that the connection lacks the basis of admiration and respect for one another that is necessary for a successful relationship. We are often under pressure in contemporary life to continue in relationships that are not fulfilling. However, the fundamental lesson here is to put your mental and emotional health first. A good partnership should, above all, be a source of support, love, and respect for one another. If your significant other continuously fails to see your worth, it implies that she deserves a better partner. This is a warning sign that cannot be disregarded. Accepting the Stoic idea of self-respect entails realizing your value and refusing to accept anything less than what you are due in the fast-paced world of today. Knowing what Stoicism is can enable you to face these difficulties with grace.